Alright, you know what's going to come up, right? You know what I'm going to talk about. You've clicked on this video because you're going through something similar to me, and it's probably something that the whole universe is facing if you're a parent, a carer, a caregiver, a grandparent that looks after your children, especially parents, because their children love to test their parents or main caregivers. So, if you've got a toddler, a child, an infant who's 2 years old, they tend to be going through a phase where they want to test boundaries. They go through what's termed terrible twos, or they're just being, you know, a toddler, right? And that can feel so difficult for us when they just don't want to listen, where they're shouting back, where they're having temper tantrums in public. Like, it can be so exhausting to the point where we dread going shopping with them. We dread going to the park knowing that it's going to be a nightmare getting them back out of the park. We dread bedtimes because they don't want to brush their teeth or they don't want to put their pajamas on. It can be so stressful even before we actually do the activity. We know what's coming. But I've got something for you, right? I've got something we can try, because when you're on my channel, when you're following me and you're clicking on these videos, I want you to remember that there's no right and wrong way of doing things. So even when I'm giving tips, it doesn't mean that what you were doing was wrong, or that what you were doing is just completely going to have some sort of negative impact on them. No, these are just ideas for you to try, and you can adapt and make it your own, tailored to your family's needs and tailored to obviously the personality of your child. You know your child best, right? Okay, so I recently went and spoke to some of the families as part of my role. I work as a family mentor. So some of the families I look after, they come to me and say, look, listen, I don't know what to do. I'm at my wit's end. My children, they're not behaving. They are finding it so hard to brush their teeth. I'm finding it so hard to go outside, even on the road, to go to different destinations with them. They don't listen to me. They don't stop at the road. There's so many issues there that we're all experiencing together, and we just don't know what to do. So what I've done recently is I thought, okay, my toddler's pretty much doing the same thing. I've realized that my toddler strives, or she listens better when she feels like she has choice. All right, so let's go into the bulk of this video. What is it that we can do to help our children to listen better, take on more instruction, but also whilst helping them gain confidence and helping them to feel autonomous and like they have choice? Okay, right? So what you can do is, there's two things. First of all, say for example your child is refusing to brush their teeth and it's a whole fiasco or a fight. When I say brush their teeth, if that's not an issue for you, think about just adapt it to whatever the main issue is. The main target trigger is when your child has a tantrum. It might be putting on their pajamas or going to the park and then not wanting to leave. Just replace that with brushing your teeth. So imagine I don't want to brush their teeth. Give them an option, give them a sense of choice. The choice you're going to give them is going to be relevant and it's going to be useful for you, because you need to get whatever they need to get done needs to get done, but they're going to feel like they've got a choice. So you can say to them, okay, who wants to go first? Do you want mommy to brush your teeth first, or daddy to brush your teeth first, or do you want to brush your teeth first? And then once they get a sense that they have choice, they're going to feel like they made the decision rather than it being imposed on them. Because if you think about it, we don't like getting told what to do all the time. Imagine that you're told what to do every single day. Go brush your teeth, go and have your breakfast. Imagine your partner's just following you around the house telling you what to do. It's frustrating. You would hate that. So that's similar to children. They feel the same way, if not more. So they'll resist and they'll fight back. But if they feel like I have choice, they're going to feel like they made the decision and no one told them what to do, even though you kind of did, right? So they might say, I'll brush my teeth first. So what you can do, I'll just grab this, is you can use an egg timer, which I don't have yet at the moment, or you can use your phone and you can say, look, mummy is going to set the alarm, or daddy's going to set the alarm for 15 seconds. Once it rings, you stop brushing your teeth, and then mummy's going to brush your teeth, or daddy's going to brush your teeth, whoever's talking. All right, that way they know that, okay, there's a time limit, because obviously they don't know the concept of time. If you tell them, okay, you can brush your teeth for 1 minute, they don't understand what that means. If you let them hear the alarm, let them know what it sounds like, once they hear it, they know what's coming, they feel in control, and then it's the alarm telling them to stop rather than their parent telling them to stop again with that instruction. So the alarm goes off, then you brush their teeth. So that's something for you to try. Use the alarm technique to help them to start one activity and finish one activity, so they know what's coming, rather than it being sort of jumped on them. Oh look, we need to leave now, or we need to brush our teeth now. They've got more of a warning, and then you've given them choice. Do you want to brush your teeth first, or do I brush your teeth? You let them brush their teeth for 15 seconds, and then you brush their teeth. And it also is great because it helps them to practice brushing their own teeth. So then when the time comes, they'll be really good at it. So that's something you can use for anything. Say for example, you have trouble leaving the park. You can say, we're going to leave very soon, and Mummy's going to set the alarm. Once we hear the alarm, it's time to get ready to go. Does that sound good to you? Because I know you're having a good time, and this alarm is going to help us leave. That way you're giving them notice. The alarm's telling them that it's over, rather than their parent telling them what to do. They're going to feel like they've got a bit more freed. They're like, okay, I'm going to play as much as I can now and then leave. And then the alarm goes and it's time to get ready to go. So with this technique, with the alarm technique, just try it. If it doesn't seem to work, try it again. Try it a good few times. Try it for different activities. Try it for pajama time. Try it for telling it that it's bath time. Because sometimes introducing a new method can take a bit of time to sink in, because it's something new, your children don't know about it. But on average, it can be very effective. I've had a lot of really, really good feedback instantly, where all of a sudden our children are like, okay, they're actually responding to my instructions. So try it out, and remember the first point is to give them choice. If they're fighting over pajamas, what pajamas to wear, every night it's a fight. Give them the choice of 2 pajamas. Do you want to wear these pajamas or these pajamas? So then that way you're essentially helping them feel like they're in control and they're making their own decisions. And what you're also creating in the long term is an individual who's able to think about what's really important to them, and you're teaching them the skill of making decisions. Because as I get older, I'm realizing more and more that life is just an array of decision making. And the more we can kind of train our children to get used to having that sort of mindset, the less daunting and overwhelming making decisions can be as they get into adulthood. So this isn't just a trivial tool that you can use just to help with tantrums. No. Well, it's not trivial at all. It's very important to help with tantrums. But this isn't just a short-term gain. This can actually really help with the possibilities that you're opening up for your children in the future as well, as they grow up into adulthood. And it helps us to stay calm, to look after our well-being, to not be so stressed. So remember, you give them choice, use an alarm clock. Let me know how you get on with that. And if you're already using these methods, leave a comment below. Let us know how you're getting on. If it doesn't work, let us know why you thought it doesn't work. Like, let us know in the comments. Maybe I can give you some further tips. There's going to be more tips anyways coming your way. But I really hope that's useful. And you know, it's starting to really work in our house. Sometimes we use the Alexa and get the Alexa to set an alarm for us. So you can get really creative with this. So leave a thumbs up if you found that really helpful. And I would love for you to subscribe and be a part of this channel, because we're all about raising children together. Because it takes a village to raise a baby. Like, it is really hard. It's very rewarding. It's very amazing, but it's also very hard, and it can be very. Sometimes when you're going through something as a parent, you feel like you're the only one in the world who's facing it. But I just want to remind you that you're not, and everything is so normal. It's normal that our children are testing boundaries. It's normal that they're having tantrums. We just need to help them to learn how to manage their emotions more effectively. And the better we can do that for ourselves, the more they can be inspired to do the same for themselves as well. So I really hope that helps. I'll see you next Sunday for the next video. And check out, after this video, you should get some pop-ups on other videos that are relevant. Check out, I've got videos on how to deal with eczema flares. I've got how to wean your baby. I've got how to help your children thrive and gain confidence. So there's loads of videos you can check out now, and I'll see you very, very soon. Mwah.